could never get enough Purge Horn. I could never get enough Purge Horn. We got Theme Park Conductor. What's up, man? Woohoo! We got Please Understand. Thank you, everybody. We are on the second channel, so thank you guys for joining me on Five Fires Live. Most importantly, we got an awesome co-host. He's back.
What's going on?
The one and only Disnoahland.
I'm back.
Noah, how are you doing? I feel like it's been too long, and but there's a reason. Where have you been? Give us a little update and what's to come, because I know there's some things to come.
Yeah, so I mean, biggest update. We jumped out of Halloween, busy Halloween season, and I literally jumped right onto a cruise, a week-long cruise. We left from LA, went all the way up to San Francisco, down to San Diego, down to Ensenada, Mexico, and then back to LA. It was a whole week filled with a bunch of stuff. I got to visit my brother when we were on the trip, and just a ton of fun that we had. We did a crazy dining experience on board. There were lots of, trivia nights and bingo nights and karaoke and production shows that they put on board too. And I recorded all of that, so it's all going to be compiled into a YouTube video. I think I want the video to be more informational, like if you're thinking about maybe taking a princess cruise, what you can expect, rather than like we did this excursion and this excursion, because I feel like we were just up and down the California coast. It's not like I went anywhere absolutely crazy, but it was just cool to be able to record little bits and pieces of a princess cruise, which is different from Disney and Royal Caribbean and Carnival. And so it'll just be nice to see like a fresh little change of scenery and what you can expect on like that type of cruise.
I'm excited. I love cruising. I've heard nothing but good things about princess cruises, so that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
No, I went on the same cruise ship I took a few years ago, Discovery Princess.
That's the cruise ship I went on.
Damn. Is there like one or two things where they just stood out to you in the cruise?
I would say for sure the food on Princess Cruise is like absolutely wild. They have tons of different dining. They have specialty dining, and then they have like your normal traditional sit-down dining, which is included with your cruise. And then they have their buffet that's running at almost all hours of the night. And then they have little cafes and stuff, gelato. Their food is just
Never
absolutely wild. It never ends. There's always something different. You check the menu for the next day, and it's like completely different than what you had the night before. You're eating steak and lobster one night, and the next night you're eating like pasta dishes and things that you have like always wanted to try but never got to try. And so it was very cool trying stuff that I've never got to try but I've always wanted to.
Yeah, same here. When I did my Disney cruise, there's always foods that I've always wanted to try that. And
yeah,
you can. It's included in your cruise. Try it.
It's all included.
Try the food. Today we're gonna start off with like the craziest of news. I had a feeling it was gonna happen, but like I didn't know the time or whatever, and it just happened. And Scott Gustin posted, "You will be able to meet Donkey Kong at Donkey Kong Country." I was like, "What? What's going on?" And there was a big live stream that happened, and they finally debuted that December 11th in Japan, Super Nintendo World Japan. Donkey Kong Land's finally going to open. And the cool part about it is they gave us like everything. Look at this. Look at this. Noah.
Whoa. Wow.
First thoughts when you see this, Noah?
My first immediate thought is, we're never getting that here. That's like my first thought immediate is like, we never get anything that good here.
What?
But That's so cool.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
god. I grew up playing Donkey Kong and love the game. So this is like awesome to see it all come to life. Um and there's just so much that has happened while I'm away, like
Yeah.
for a week. I was like so disconnected that now I'm like back and everyone's like dropping all this news and I'm like trying to catch up.
And then to keep it going, we got a new power band. This is the Donkey Kong.
Wow.
I'm almost sure there's gonna be like Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, all these different Kongs.
Yeah.
I doubt that there's just one for the land. Nah, they're trying to make money. Also, too, they debuted some of the foods that are going to come to Jungle Beach Shakes. And there's a hot dog.
What is on that hot dog?
If I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn they said it was like avocado something, avocado cream.
That looks like Doritos and Dole Whip.
Yeah, and like a Jolly Rancher or something.
Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, or maybe it's mustard and ketchup. I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what? This got me kind of thinking. Is this maybe like a sweet and salty? I don't know. It's just they got a hot dog. They got this cool mug, and it's gonna be like a sundae of some sort.
That's cool.
That's cool. Also, too, I'm gonna try to go through this quick because we got a lot of news. This was the big one too, right here, Noah.
すごい食欲やね。あ、ドンキーコング。おお、ドンキーコングが来てくれました。元気にしてた？
My
Yeah.
gosh, he's huge. Whoa.
That's crazy, right? To see that has to weigh a
Whoa.
lot for sure. But what do you think? They brought Donkey Kong to the real world.
That's awesome. That is very, very cool. I hope we see that here. I don't think we ever would, but
Yeah,
oh my god, that's so cool.
this falls under the line of it's probably never coming to Hollywood.
Never gonna happen.
And then the other big thing, they debuted some animatronics. Let me show you this one, Noah.
フランキーコングとスコークスが何か話してますよ。
この先のトロッコに乗ってゴールデンテンプルから貴族を追っ払いゴールデン
And these will be animatronics that are just in the queue of the Minecart Madness ride. So it's just kind of like an environmental thing. They're just there.
That's pretty cool, though.
And then here's like a ground view at this new land. That's the ride. This is just crazy. And Florida's supposed to get this too. They're supposed to get it too. But they actually gave us a visual of what it's going to feel like on the ride. Let me see if I could play this.
さあ、ですが、はい、トロッコがスタートしました。レクシーコングが何か言ってますね。
Look at that. You're on the ride.
Oh, and you're going through a barrel. That's crazy.
That's I guess that's the start. I was wondering how that all was going to work out, but it's just a sneak peek. They didn't really give us much other than that. The other thing too, they're doing like Easter eggs and stuff on the wall. So at first glance, it kind of looks like just markings, but that's like Donkey Kong.
That's like the game.
The original, like from back in the
day.
Super back in the day. Let me put that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, why that one's important, but this one makes sense to me. I think I know what it is. It's those things that are in Super Nintendo World that like drop a coin. I forgot what they're called. But let me keep going. Where are we at? The ride vehicle. Any thoughts on this ride vehicle?
It's very simple, but I think like that's not the star of the show. Like you're not paying attention to the ride vehicle; you're paying attention to everything else going on around you. So I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a beaten down minecart. I mean, there's no they did what they wanted to accomplish, I guess.
Yeah, like super themed, right?
Yeah.
We'll see how this all plays out. The other big thing that happened, we're gonna skip all over a lot of news today. This happened in Florida today. It's hold on, whose video is this? Adventures with Annie. So shout out to Adventures with Annie, or Annie's Uni Update. There we go. Epic Universe, Noah. Another dragon flying over Epic Universe. This is a separate dragon from the other time that we've seen a dragon. Look at that.
How are they doing this? That's what I want to know. Because that looks so real.
They just got flying dragons in Epic. Like, what?
No, for real. Like, Universal over there is just literally training dragons. This is insane.
and out of nowhere, let me keep this going. We're just dropping fire today. I forgot who tagged me. I think it was Chris West or somebody, but it's the Crystal Palace. The Crystal Palace on Twitter. We got a new commercial for Epic Universe. I've never seen this. This is the first time. Let me play it.
Let's see it.
Whoa, what is that?
What the heck is that? Nina? Come to me. Get away! 5 immersive worlds. One amazing theme park. Our universe will never be the same.
Yeah?
Oh, you gotta see this.
Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
What do you think of that, dude?
It's just crazy now that they're like so close to it that they're literally running ads for it. They're on TV running commercials. Like, I felt like when we first started talking about this, when it was first kind of announced, it felt like it was so far. Like, we have to wait years for this thing to come, and oh my gosh, it's going to take forever and whatever. And now it's like right around the corner.
Yeah.
Like, it's been that fast, and now like we're getting commercials on TV, which means it's like here. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I'm shook, man. It's just insane. Epic Universe for the longest just kind of felt like not real.
Yeah,
it's really starting to feel real.
Yeah.
Before you left, Noah, did you have a chance to see the animatronics that debuted for Epic Universe?
Yes, that was like one of the last things I saw.
Okay,
was the Dark Universe animatronics. Those are the only ones I saw. So if there were anything else, then I didn't see those. But I did see the Dark Universe ones.
Okay. We don't have to go over that. Did you hear about the Las Vegas news before you left?
Very.
Let's just watch
small.
it. Let's just watch it. Let's watch it. How does that make you feel, Noah? You're the perfect person to talk about this with. Like, you're the perfect.
My first thought, Mondo, is literally Exorcist Believer. For real?
That's the same thing I said.
For real?
I was like, Exorcist Believer?
Come on. Like Texas Chainsaw, I get it. They just hit a massive year with their 50th. John Murray did a great job at our horror nights with that maze. So hopefully they can take kind of some inspiration of that and bring it there. I know John Murray, I don't think is even involved in this at all, but I think taking some ideas that he had of combining all the leather faces and putting them into one thing, great idea. But Exorcist Believer, I don't know about that. Come on. But one thing I will say is at the start of that video, it looked like there were almost like moments where it's not just a walkthrough. Like the people are like stop doing stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Go back a little bit.
Oh, let me
You'll
show
see
you.
it. There's like people just hanging out. Like they're
dude,
like
look.
interacting with monsters and stuff.
Look at this. Look at this. Like kind of like this is a concept art. There'll be like a bar, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like a bar kind of restaurant type deal.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Let me see. We got Virginia Lake gifting a membership. Thank you so much. She went to Daniel Delgado. Fired up. First reactions, Noah. First reactions to it all.
It's just, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I'm excited. I'm excited that it's
what I said.
around.
Originally, I said, I don't know how to feel about all this. That's what I put on Twitter. I was like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel.
I'm excited that there's something year round, but like a lot of it's really just turning me off. Like Exorcist Believer, Texas Chainsaw, I guess is okay if they stick to all of them. Universal Monsters, I hope we get to see like all the Universal Monsters. Like I don't want them to just be like, oh, we picked 3. Like you only get these 3 for the whole run of Universal Monsters here.
You know, Saskia was so great. We're gonna run it up again.
I was saying instead of Exorcist Believer, what they should have done is just did Blumhouse, literally just call the maze Blumhouse and cycle through all the Blumhouses. Like, you know, for first 6 months of the year, we're doing, you know, this, and this in the Blumhouse maze. And then like the last 6 months, we're changing it up. Those 3 aren't going to be in there anymore. We're going to have 3 other ones. Or, you know, like something like that. Because I feel like Blumhouse is so big and there's always something new with it.
Yeah,
Blumhouse I feel
always.
Like they could constantly be moving it, like all the time.
You know, if you ask me and we're in the world of like we have to do repeats, I would have threw Insidious over in Exorcist, in my opinion.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
There's just so much to work with
Sinister.
With Insidious. And Sinister, yeah. On it, everything but Exorcist Believer.
and like not even like classic Exorcist. Like they should have just done The Exorcist and then like put in little bits and pieces from like The Exorcist movies, but like Believer. Did anybody even watch that?
I refuse to watch it. So many.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, so many people told me how bad it was. And you know what other movies falling in that realm of like it's so bad that like I've been told by everyone to not watch it was Joker. That it's like the shittiest film ever made. Like yeah, everyone just like I think it was my sister. I won't even say what she said, but she just said stay away. Just stay away.
That's a new one, huh? With Gaga in it?
Yeah, like it was bad, dude. Like it was really, really bad. Or before we move on, I just got to ask, say you do these houses, it's a really great experience. You have like a 5-fire night. Mm-hmm. Do these really pull you in for a second time in a year? You know what I mean? How do you feel about that?
I would say no. I don't think they would necessarily pull me. Like that wouldn't be a reason I booked a Vegas trip. Yeah. But I feel like if I was like, oh, I'm going to a concert out in Vegas, or we're going to Vegas for someone's birthday or whatever, and it's like, oh, we're here. Well, we should do the, you know, Universal thing. Maybe, but I mean, like, I don't think I'm going to purposefully go out and be like, oh, we got to go for the Exorcist Believer again. Like, that's so good. Like, I don't know. I guess it depends on how they really incorporate it all into, like, a walkthrough. I hope it's more immersive. Like I hope it's more of like an escape room, an interactive type thing, rather than just like you walk through this little maze and you're done. Like I think it should be interactive. If it's a permanent thing, they can make a lot more choices that they can't in something that's temporary.
Yeah. You know, I think one of the big I don't know how much leeway they had, but I think one of the selling points here should have been like, hey, we got one house that'll always be revolving, you know, as time goes on. Like we'll have our staple. Yeah, we'll have our staple, but we're gonna keep one house like a banger IP always. Like to keep it fresh and going and whatever.
Which maybe they will. I don't know. They really haven't said much about it. But
yeah, that's why I'm not hating too much, because it's like, hey, this is just the beginning. Maybe this keeps getting cooler and cooler as they make money and become profitable and whatever.
And I don't know who's working on their team. I know, like I heard it was like Orlando people, and there was like
it's for sure more Orlando team, if you ask me.
Yeah, than it is here. But I will tell you, there are some escape rooms over in Vegas, like the It escape rooms, the Saw escape room, Blair Witch, that have like the craziest production value like ever. So I feel like this has to be on that level. Otherwise, like people are gonna prefer the escape rooms over the like walkthroughs. Like there's some crazy things happening in the It escape room. There were literally fireworks going off in the room. Like I was like, what is happening? It was insane. So like, I feel like a lot of people are going to go in comparing the two, because you have a big name like It and Blair Witch and Saw. And then you also have big names like Texas Chainsaw and Universal Monsters. So they're going to be compared, and I hope they're kind of on the same playing field, because if they are, these are going to be bangers for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Scarecrow is a great choice. Just throwing that one out there. Man, what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, it was like in my head and I lost it. All right. Let's move on. I'm going to go back to my Twitter. And where is it? We got a lot of news, Noah. There's like literally so much news going on right now.
And we literally have like Christmas news coming out too, which is like insane, because I got on my cruise and everybody was like, we're going to HHN and Knott's Scary Farm for the last time. And then I get off my cruise and everyone's like, Knott's Merry Farm and Disneyland Christmas. And I'm like, what is happening? I left for a week.
You're like, I was talking Halloween. What's going on?
It literally felt like I was gone for like 3 months. Like that's literally how it felt.
Yeah. I guess I just want to recap you, get you up to date, Noah. We won't go too deep into everything.
I haven't looked at any of this. None of this. This all came out while I was on a cruise.
Look, there's gonna be a Coco show. I don't even know if I should call it a Coco show, but there'll be like a mariachi and Miguelito comes out. By Carthay Circle. And this will be Monday through Friday. And then Encanto, because, you know, the whole thing of, you know, whatever's happening with behind the scenes, Viva Navidad will technically really be just a Saturday, Sunday thing.
Crazy. But
I know. This will be, I guess this is our concept art of what we're going to expect from Encanto. I'm still on the limb of like, where are they going with this one? Because I'll just throw it out there. We had an Encanto show come to Epcot and nobody cared. I'm just throwing that out there. The other big thing, this right here. This is Fantasyland Theater, Noah. I don't know if you've seen this.
I've seen like bits and pieces before I left on the cruise of me just going to Disneyland and seeing them test things and seeing things like up. But I didn't really get a full story of what it was until like a little bit later on. But I'm still like just lost. It's like a dance party, I guess.
From what I'm hearing, it's more like a photo op thing. And Santa's the star of the show. It's all about Santa. It won't feel like the dance party for Pixar. It'll just be more Santa. Santa's the king. This is Santa.
But that makes sense, because Santa was back where Pooh's Corner was, and if Tiana's is opening, it's going to be just a madhouse over there. So I think they
Yeah.
just had to move Santa somewhere else. And this is like a perfect spot to put him. This theater's like never used. So might as well like start using it and throw some things in there. It looks pretty cool.
That's true. To get Santa out of Pooh Corner, it's a great idea. 'Cause it's gonna be an S show over there. New ride, everybody.
100%.
They don't even allow strollers over there anymore. They call it Bayou.
I know.
No strollers. It's just too crazy.
I know.
Let me see. Let me go to the current news that happened today. Where is it? Oh my gosh, it's right here. Out of nowhere, Tiana's Place. You know what? Let me go to Scott Gustin because there was like some news about dates, and I was like, what the heck? So there's some new foods coming with Tiana's Bayou Adventure opening. And so Tiana's Palace at Disneyland, November 15th, will have a catfish po' boy, jambalaya chicken with andouille sausage. I feel like I've had that already. And then
Me too.
a strawberry creamed filled beignet. And then classic beignets dusted with sugar and honey.
Finally. Like Tiana does them that way in the movie. I was waiting, like Tiana's Palace opened and it was kind of like, where are the beignets? Like we got lemon beignets, but I don't remember Tiana ever talking about those. I remember her sprinkling the sugar and putting the honey on it, but all right. But finally they're here.
Yeah. Also too, where is it? Let me go back. There's this one right here. This one came out of nowhere. So shout out to Scott Gustin again. A new Fantasmic dining package to Cafe Orleans starting January 10th. A 3-course dining experience for lunch and dinner. How do you feel about this? Like, are you interpreting that as like you'll just sit in the front where Blue Bayou is kind of thing? Or Hungry Bear, I guess, or Rancho, whoever does dining, or are you going to watch it from Cafe Orleans somehow and have a bad view?
I would say no. Like, you're not going to watch it from there because it says lunch and dinner. Like, if people are going to be sitting there for lunch, they're going to be sitting there all day waiting. But, I mean, you probably already know how I feel about these dining packages. Sitting on that floor.
Let us know how you feel. Let us know how you feel.
I mean, the dining packages themselves sound great. They like the food is fine. Actually, some of the food was quite tasty. But then you got to sit on the floor with the cockroaches, and there are so many of them, and they make it like known that they're there.
Rats too.
It's gross. It's disgusting. I will never do a dining package ever again. I just refuse. The food is fantastic. You get a great deal. You get some great food. But then like time comes for the show and you're on the floor and there's cockroaches literally crawling on you. They are on you. It's just, I can't do it.
I hate the sitting down. Sitting down for Fantasmic is whack AF. I've had a conversation supposedly, I think Danny was the one that said it, is because right behind that Hungry Bear dining is the VIP people. So everybody standing would get in the way of the VIP people. But I'm just kind of like, I get it that there's VIP people there, but like, dude, sitting down, for the most part, everybody doing a dining package is on the older side. There's not many like 10-year-olds, 15-year-old, 18-year-olds doing dining packages. And they're just like, everybody sit down. And lots of times you got to sit down like 20 minutes before the show even starts. Because like they're like, sit down and move forward. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Or families with kids. Like now that you have a kid who's like running around trying to go around everywhere. It's like now you got to like sit your kid down for 30 minutes. Like the show's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. It's just there's nothing to look at here besides the cockroaches, I guess. Like it's just crazy to me. I feel like they need to have some sort of like I don't know what the solution is. I really don't.
The solution is standing. Everyone could stand. That's
I guess.
my solution. I don't mind.
I think the reason the reason that they don't have anybody stand is because the board that controls things back there. It's not the VIP. It's the people who control the show back there. The stage manager sits at that booth and has to have clear eyes on every bit of the stage. So if people were standing in front of her or him or whoever it is, they're not able to see the water and the entire stage. So then it like creates a hazard almost of like, if something happens, I can't see it because people are blocking me. So I don't know. Maybe the solution is move the stage manager right up to the front of the water kind of area and have everybody just standing surrounding that area.
Yeah.
Just stand around them. Like they have eyes on the whole thing, but like,
and the honest truth,
you still are allowed to stand.
Disney's still working on like 30-year-old technology. You know what I mean? 30-year-old habits and thoughts. There needs to be an update. I hate the sitting down. I
I do too.
I'm not a fan of it. There's some new foods that are coming. And this is just in time for Moana 2. But on November 15th, we're going to get a burrito, a Wayfinder hot dog.
It's a big day.
Yeah. Grilled shrimp, or what is this one? Is this... No, this is what is this? I have the menu right here. I think this is pulled pork dog. No, grilled shrimp, hamburger, steak, and eggs. Is this what?
That's what that is. That's what that is.
Hamburger, steak, and eggs. Wow.
Because I think it's a hamburger patty.
So it's spice, ham, fried rice, eggs, mushroom, gravy. And I guess just a hamburger, steak, and eggs at Riverbell Terrace. Wow, that's great.
That looks like that. That looks like what that is.
And then we got some. What are these called? Coconut macadamia pancakes. These will be available at Riverbell Terrace too. Wow. All right. Damn.
But you know who didn't play into the Moana 2 is Tangaroa Terrace. They should have done it. They should have went all out. Remember when they had bomb breakfast there? They used to have like the most amazing breakfast and like no one knew about it. We'd go to the parks early and like check in, go on a ride, and then we're like, let's just go to Tangaroa Terrace and get some breakfast and then go back in. And they had like the best breakfast and it was like the best deal. It was
I'm just gonna say it, and they ruined it.
They literally did. They literally did.
Dude,
they used to have these pineapple upside down pancakes.
Tangaroa Terrace now is like honestly mid, super mid, extremely expensive, and in small portions. I don't want that for breakfast.
Yeah, I haven't actually been to the breakfast since they've changed it around, but I just heard a lot of like it's not the same. And then looking at the menu, like one of my favorite things to order from there used to be the pineapple upside down pancakes. And they don't have those anymore. They were so good. They were so good.
Let me see. Tangaroa Terrace. I'm just curious what they got these days. I haven't been there in a long time. I've had this burrito. It is so greasy and it just messes you up. It messes you up, Noah. Like you're a not happy camper after that one. Oh, look, they'll sell the Hey Hey clip.
Oh, they do have, okay.
Elf Stitch bottle topper? Okay.
Huh.
Wow. So American breakfast, 18. Loco Moco burrito, 17. Calbee short rib and eggs. I've never seen that, so that's brand new to me. Coconut French toast. Dude, it's literally like one piece of bread, that coconut French toast. Tropical buttermilk pancakes, $16.
It was never like that.
Kahlua style pork breakfast croissant sandwich. That's brand new to me. I have no idea.
That sounds good, actually.
I know it does. Tender Kahlua style pork, bacon, fried egg, Haverty cheese on a toasted croissant bun served with a pineapple wedge. That's probably the number one item right there.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time since I've gone there. But I'm glad they did something because I was literally saying like they're not going to do any kind of foods for Moana. This is her new outfit that she'll be displaying November 20 or not November 24th. I think on the 15th if I'm not mistaken. Where do you think she meets and greets? She's supposed to come to California Adventure, Noah. Not even Disneyland.
Wow.
They're like, we're sending her to DCA.
I don't know. That's a weird spot.
Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe like back by like Monsters area, maybe either back by where the that bar is. What's that bar called? Right back in there.
Hollywood Lounge.
Hollywood Backlot or whatever. Yeah, Hollywood Lounge.
Yeah.
Either back there or like maybe where the entrance to like PhilharMagic is in like that back area where you exit out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like those two areas seem like they have like weird meet and greets every once in a while. Like there's always like something random going on in there.
I could see that. I could for sure see. I feel like it's just Hollywoodland. Somewhere in Hollywoodland in that corner.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. It doesn't make sense anywhere else.
They have a lot of coconut pancakes at Alani. I'm guessing maybe they use the recipe for these. Nah, Alani's just different. Disneyland, they do their own thing. I wish they would use Alani. I would imagine it's really good. All right, we're skipping back to Universal Studios Hollywood. So I don't know if you've seen this picture, Noah. The construction walls on the site of Mummy.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm not making any speculations at this time. I'm just keeping an eye on it. That's what I keep saying. But this happened today, Noah. This happened today. I'm pointing. This is on like the very first escalator. So if you go down the first escalator, you could look at this, and look what was in the trees, right here. Look at that.
What?
Yeah, hey, there ain't no $1 million machinery thing over here in the woods for no reason. For no reason. And you know it ain't cheap to hire somebody to do this job on a hill, first of all.
Nope.
Do you think big things are coming? That's all. I'll like won't go deeper than that. Do you think big things are coming, Noah?
I mean, let's be real. They have to come. They have to come in order to compete with their own like sister parks. Like they got to compete with Epic Universe. They got to compete with Japan. There's like crazy animatronics and things coming out of these other parks. And if we don't have something like that, we're going to look like the park that's stuck 50 years in the past. You know, we're still using screens rather than
we're
like
the park still asking for Back to the Future.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Secret Life of Pets was an amazing ride. When that first came out, everybody was like mind blown with the animatronics and the screen usage. So I feel like something big is coming. It's just what it is, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
I know. It's hard to say. We don't know. But you're right, though, Noah. I didn't look at it from that perspective of like everything's outshining Hollywood in reality because
it is.
Yeah, Epic Universe is ridiculous. Every part of that land is insane.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, they did the Indominus Rex chasing you.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of big stuff. Japan's about to get Donkey Kong Land.
We just gotta like catch up. Really, is what it is. It's not like we can't do it.
Yeah,
we don't have a lot of space for it, but it may be time to like see things get either massive upgrades or get the chopping block. Like, sorry, Transformers, you're going away, and we're putting something new there, or like. We're going to keep Mummy, but like the whole thing's going to be gutted. We're going to put brand new animatronics, brand new lighting, brand new everything. Like, I don't know. I feel like it needs something to kind of keep it fresh, especially with all this news coming out from all the other parks.
How do you feel? You know, I feel like you haven't had a chance to see like how it looks now, Noah.
Not at all.
No, I
haven't seen none of this.
Look at this.
This is still probably going to be the scariest ride ever on the side of a hill like that. It's just, you're brave for even getting on this thing.
Look at this. Let me go up. this is the one. Like, I feel like pictures and videos don't do justice, but look, Noah, right here. Look at the the whole loop thing, and
I just remember seeing it at Horror Nights when we went, and I was just like, you're right. The photos and videos don't do it justice at all. You're looking at it on the side of the hill, and you're just like, someone's gonna fly out of that thing. Like, there's no way. Like, the whole thing's just gonna go sliding down the hill. It's crazy that it's on the side of a hill. That's all I gotta say. It's insane.
Yeah, I hope we get like more news on this ride, because in all reality, all Universal ever did was just tweet like, "Yeah, Fast and Furious is coming 2026."
Yeah,
like that's all. They didn't even give us a concept art, a B-roll video, nothing. It was just, yeah, it's coming, and you're losing special effects and animal actors forever.
Do they have a facade up for that yet? Do they have like a building or something going on for it?
Yeah, let me, man, I actually, let me.
Because that was something that wasn't there when we went to Horror Nights. Like, that was not built at all. There was just walls there, but like no actual structure, I don't think, was built, or at least that I remember seeing.
Yeah, I was just there. Let me see. Where is it? There we go. This is what it looks like today. Let me, there it is. That's what it looks like.
Gotcha.
It's massive.
It looks big.
No, dude,
yeah,
it's massive.
It looks huge.
Yeah, like the ice cream shop next door, the Simpsons ice cream.
Just disappears.
Yeah, it disappears. Like the shadow just makes it disappear. Yeah, no, Fast and Furious is insane. It's just insane. Insane ride.
Wow.
It's crazy, dude.
I don't know if I'm going to be brave enough to do this one. That's scary.
Let me, man, I don't think I've had a chance to talk to you about this, Noah. Let me see. Let me bring up. I got a video to bring up. It shouldn't take me long. There it is. What are your thoughts on this, Noah?
When can we do this again?
It's exciting. I mean, we've only been asking for this for years.
Yeah, since it left, 2017.
Since it left, we've been trying to get it to come back, finally. And then I think I saw a video the other day on TikTok of it actually driving into Disneyland.
I know.
Like, it was on the street driving in. So it's like here. It's literally here.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for it.
Do you think it comes to Disneyland or DCA?
Didn't they already announce which one it was going to, or no?
No, they're all secret about it, dude.
I think I heard somebody say that it was supposed to come to Disneyland because of like construction and stuff that's supposed to be happening in DCA. But then I thought about it and I was like, maybe it's coming to DCA and that's why they got rid of the trolley so that they can fit the big truck down the thing again. Because remember, that was the problem with like getting rid of a bunch of different things. Like, remember when they had the Frozen float that was like super tall and they had to cut it down when they moved it to DCA because the tracks of the trolley and like the overhanging thing, it was just too short for the float to fit through.
And then
maybe that's why they got rid of it.
And then we eventually got the Incredibles one.
Yeah, we got the Incredibles one that was like long, but it wasn't like tall. But yeah, thinking about it, that might be why, like, one of the main reasons why they got rid of the trolley this early on is like to make room for this. Like, might as well take it out. We're gonna take it out anyways. It's not gonna stay for a long time. Let's gut it now. Bring Paint the Night back through there. You know, let it run for a little bit, and then cut it. I mean, I don't know.
I want to ask, I guess I haven't had a chance to ask you, how do you feel Halloween as a whole? How do you feel Knott's did? How do you feel Universal did? Now that we could like look back at everything.
Phenomenal on both of their ends. I have a feeling like this is probably one of the better years for both of them. I had fun at both events. And there are obviously things that I can think about that I'm like, I wish Knott's didn't do this, or I wish Universal didn't do this, or like Universal was better than Knott's in this aspect, and Knott's was better than Universal in this aspect. But I mean, overall, Halloween was crazy. I visited some haunts that like I had never heard of before, and they've easily become like some of my favorites, some of the scariest things I've done. And it's just, it's crazy. And one thing I will say is I hope Knott's doesn't bring the little Elvira show back next year.
Oh man.
That was just not, it was just not it. We got rid of live entertainment for an Elvira museum.
You're a huge Elvira fan.
And I'm a huge Elvira fan. Like, I literally have a signed doll right here from Elvira. And like, I just couldn't get, it was just boring. Like, what are you supposed to do? Walk around and you're done. Like, people were sitting in there, like, I think expecting her to come out on stage. Like, she never did. She's not going to. Like, I don't know what people were waiting for.
I always want to say, the 2-3 times I went in there, I never saw more than like 20 people sitting down or nothing. It was just like an awkward, like, what do we do? Oh, we go on the stage and look at things.
Yeah, and then there was like a host in there too that would like talk about things, but I was like, what is he in here for? Like, there's not a show happening, so what are you introducing? Are you like going around the museum and talking about everything? Because I never saw him do that. But I want the entertainment back. I feel like Knott's thrives in the entertainment category when they really try. Beach Blanket Beagle was so good, and then they got rid of it.
Never bring it back. It's so whack.
The ice shows are always great, and I don't know. When Knott's really puts their mind to it and tries to make a good show, they can. I just don't understand why we cut back on it. It didn't have to be Music Monsters and Mayhem. It could have been something else, but we need a high energy something in there. We need people to be cheering and like a crazy show to be happening. And I don't know. I hope that they jump on that next year and really do something cool.
That theater has to be entertainment during Scary Farm, right?
That theater should be entertainment year round.
Yeah.
They should have something in there all the time.
I know.
All the time. Even if it's like a weekend thing. Like if they want to pull a Disney and be like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're only doing the show. It just needs to always be there. There needs to be a show in that theater for every season. There just has to be.
Yeah. For Knott's Merry Farm, are you excited? Are you a Merry Farm? You love Merry Farm?
I do. I'm excited for it. I don't know if they released foods or anything yet. I would say no. I think they released kind of like photos of foods.
Yeah.
But I don't think they released like an official list yet.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've seen a list, Noah. Just pictures.
But I'm excited for it. I mean, I love Merry Farm. I just love like the feeling. It's very, what I explain to people all the time is like Knott's has a very home feeling. You feel like warm, you feel like home for the holidays. There's like reds and like cream colors and yellows and whatever. And then Disneyland's more of like a magic. You're more of like your bright blues and your bright reds and greens and like
sparkles.
Yeah, sparkles and all that stuff. But Knott's feels very like warm. Like you feel like I belong here. Like this is like now I'm home with everybody. So I just love going to both because it's two completely different feelings. Like you can't even compare the two when it comes to the holidays because they're so different. And they both have amazing food offerings. They both have some pretty good entertainment. It's just I love them both. I love them both, and I'm excited for Knott's.
What are you most excited? Come Friday, it's Christmas at Disneyland. Like what stands out to you the most?
I'm excited for the new thing in the theater. That's gonna be cool to see how that runs, how that goes. I'm also excited for the fireworks show. I know I'm probably the only person who likes the fireworks show.
It grew on me. I went from like I didn't care for it, and then I hated it, and then Danny like made me love it. So I'm more in the like I like the fireworks show.
I like the fireworks show. I just like that the fireworks show includes everybody. It includes like that little bit of Hanukkah, and you got like just some classic like holiday songs, and then you got your more traditional like Christmas songs and things like that. I like that it's very inclusive. They could do a little more to be even more inclusive if they wanted to, but the show's just older. It's very classic. It reminds me of my childhood Disney fireworks show, and so I love it. It's very nostalgic for me. I always cry watching the show. But I think that's like my most anticipated thing is just the fireworks and being there with everybody, hearing the music play, the candlelight processional. I'm not singing in it this year, but just going to enjoy it. It's just something so special, like that tradition that they've held on to forever. It's just crazy. There's just a lot, and all the lights, like Small World behind you, and the tree, and all of that. I mean, all of it is just so. I just love Disneyland at night for Christmas, and that's what I'm most excited for. Is just going at night and getting a hot chocolate or coffee or whatever it may be, and walking around and jumping on the train, and watching the tree lighting and all that. I think it's going to be a good season. I hope so.
What you've done the candlelight processional?
Yeah.
Is there like certain parts where you kind of get more like nervous or like the pressure is like higher or you know what I mean? Is there like certain areas where you're like, damn, I'm about to sing this one part, or is it just
Yeah.
you're just confident up there? Like give us a breakdown because you got Disneyland looking at you first of all. You know what I mean?
And they really look at you. It's like insanity because so I'll quickly walk you through a candlelight day. So you do your audition, you go to your rehearsals, whatever. The day comes, you get there, and you have about a 5-hour rehearsal before candlelight on the same night. You're inside the theater where they had Captain EO, whatever that theater's called, Tomorrowland Theater. We're all in there singing, running through everything, making sure everything's perfect. Then everybody gets in their robes, everybody gets in their collars, everybody gets a candle. And then you walk to where you're going, and there's about 50 cast members lined up watching you walk there to make sure your collar's not crooked, to make sure your candle's not out, to make sure your robe is on properly, to make sure if you have a bag, they can't see it. Like, it's crazy. They're really watching you. And then they have like 3 million candles stuffed in their pockets just in case yours goes out. They like, boom, switch it out for you like right away. Or if someone faints up there, I couldn't even tell you how many times I've been up there when somebody faints, and it's like crazy. The way they do it, they have like some little ninja come out and crawl through the people. Nobody in the crowd would know. Crawls through, everybody standing up there singing, talks to the person, tries to see like, are you okay? Whatever. And then we literally play a game of like, pass the person down the line. So then you like take the person next to you who's passed out and like move them in front of you to pass them to the next person. It's just, and you would know none of this is happening because it's all done so smoothly. But it's insane. It's crazy. The amount of people, the amount of eyes on you is like insane. And not even like audience wise, just Disney staff member wise, the amount of eyes that are watching you and making sure everything's perfect is crazy. It is insane.
Yeah, I was so proud of you when you did this. I was like, what? Noah's doing it? It's just crazy.
It was very crazy seeing a bunch of people lined up on Main Street that like knew me. It just was like it was just surreal. There was no other word.
What was your favorite part about doing this? The candlelight.
Seeing everybody I knew down Main Street, I think was the best part. There were moments where you're walking down Main Street and you see faces of people that you know, and I got emotional. Like there were moments where I was like crying walking down Main Street. Like, why am I crying? Like, I shouldn't be crying, but like I am, because I like these people are here that I know that are like super excited for me. I'm excited for them to see the show for the first time or the millionth time. It's just, it's so special, and like being a part of like that legacy that Disneyland has been, doing for years is crazy. It's just one of the most special traditions. And even if you're not, I know it's very like a religious thing, and they talk a lot about, they're quoting like the Bible and stuff like that, but even if you're not religious, it's still one of those things that you watch and you're like, this choir singing all together and these instruments playing all together, and there's a guest celebrity. It's just very special to watch. It's a great tradition. I think I love
it's a
it.
beautiful
I love
tradition. It. I'm shocked
It
they
really
still
is.
do it.
Yeah.
Because this literally shuts down the front of Disneyland. Like, literally.
The whole front.
Yeah.
Like, the train is down. You got the entire parade route is down as you're walking. It literally shuts down Disneyland for this. It's crazy. And I mean, we have the dates for this year, too, I think, Wanda.
Oh, we did? I was just going to ask that. Yeah, because this is
7th and 8th
of
December.
Wow. Is it always that early? I feel like that's early.
I feel like maybe it's like pushed back a weekend always. It's always like, I feel like the 12th, 13th, 14th area. So it's a little early, but
this one was December 2nd. Wow.
Oh, wow.
A little later.
So 7th and 8th is this year. Wow. Saturday and Sunday. They do 2 shows a night. If you want to get there and want to watch the show and want a good spot, you just really got to get there early. That's my best advice to you. And just camp out there all day. It's crazy. It gets so busy.
The 7th and 8th? What day of the week is that?
A Saturday and a Sunday. It's always on a Saturday and a Sunday.
I'm going to get myself a reservation right now. Because nobody's talking about this right now.
The news really didn't. I don't know if the news even came out about it. I just know because I was going to audition for it this year, and then I didn't end up doing it, and they sent us the dates of when it would be if we actually got in. So that's the only reason I know. But it's the 7th and the 8th. I think somebody else had posted something about it, but I don't know if Disney actually posted anything about it yet.
Got my reservation. Got it.
Yeah, but now you all know, everybody in here, it's the 7th and 8th. So if you want a reservation, get it now.
Damn. Let me see. There was something else. Man, I'm like trying to go back to. I just want to mention this. I've heard some stuff. But I just want to mention it and show it. Maybe something comes out of it as time goes on. We have a Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift coming. We already know that. And at the same time, we have kind of like a DreamWorks land. We got Minions, Secret Life of Pets, like Super Fun Silly Land, a lot of DreamWorks. I think there's even a sign that says DreamWorks. And even Kung Fu Panda, in all reality, that's DreamWorks too. You know what I didn't know was DreamWorks? I didn't know. Fast and Furious, Spy Racers.
What?
Look at
they got a DreamWorks show for this?
I had no idea.
What? Watch on Netflix.
Dude. Yeah, on Netflix. I had no idea.
Watch Universal totally like flip this card on all y'all and be like, you thought it was Fast and Furious, like the movies, but it's really Fast and Furious Spy Racers.
That would, yeah.
People would be so disappointed.
Yeah, it's just like a curveball out of nowhere because it's like DreamWorks. What?
That's wild. That is wild,
dude. Totally under the radar. But yeah, I just want to throw it out there. There's some Fast and Furious Spy Racers, and they're connected to DreamWorks. All right, I want to open up some Q&A. To everybody in the chat, questions, topics, what do you guys want to talk about? Post in the comments. I would love to start the conversation with everybody.
I'm going to ask
you want to talk about?
I was going to say, I'm going to ask you the first Q&A question. Are you over Haunted Mansion Holiday as much as I am?
You know, somebody on Twitter, I don't know who it was like a while ago. They're like, why do we go to Haunted Mansion Holiday in Halloween? Haunted Mansion is perfect for Halloween.
For Halloween, thank you.
And I was, I've been the biggest Haunted Mansion holiday. Like, I'm a stan. I love it. But in all reality, we never get it. I already forgot what a regular Haunted Mansion looks like. And, somebody said it in Twitter that maybe next year we should just keep it Haunted Mansion in a Halloween, or if not the whole freaking year. Can we just get Haunted Mansion the whole year?
You know what they should do for Halloween? They should add some scare actors in there. They used to do it. They used to have people dress up and scare in the ride or like be a part of it. They should go back to that and do that during the ride during the Halloween season, and then do holiday for the holidays. But I don't know. They would have to, I guess, shut down Haunted Mansion during Halloween to get it ready for the holidays if that was the case. So I don't know if maybe that's the best option. I don't know. I just can't wait for it to be normal again.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of crazy to say that I miss the regular Haunted Mansion, but I really do. Because the last time we had Haunted Mansion Holiday, they extended it and then it kind of closed, and then that was it. They kept it Haunted Mansion Holiday when it reopened. So it's just a lot of Haunted Mansion Holiday.
But I guess we have stuff to look forward to when it comes to normal Haunted Mansion. We're going to have the store at the end. Yeah. Supposedly, we're a brand new queue for it all. So once that kind of gets going and it gets back to the just normal Haunted Mansion, it'll be a lot to like look forward to and see like some good stuff.
Yeah. I think I got it flipped. Illumination is Minion Pets. DreamWorks
is Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda. There we go. Kung Fu Panda. Maybe there's a DreamWorks something happening. I don't know. Let's see. That's what I meant. Yeah. The other one's Illumination. That's Mario Land. Give us Mario. Noah, I was so jealous of you. You saw my favorite band last night.
I
did. I hate that I live so far away. Give us some info on that, Noah. I'll bring something up right now.
We went and saw the Joe Bros last night, the Jonas Brothers, over at the Yamava Theater. They're always an amazing show. I love seeing them. I think my most favorite part about seeing them is how excited Demi gets just being there in the same room as her watching the Jonas Brothers is exciting, because it's like 75% of the time I'm watching Jonas Brothers, and the other 25% of the time I'm watching Demi geek out and like get her autographs from them while they're on the stage. And like, it's always fun watching her getting to see Jonas Brothers things. And then for her, it's the same thing watching me do anything Gwen Stefani. It's always like, she always wants to be there. When anything happens, Gwen Stefani, she's like, I have to be there because I have to see how you're going to react. And it's like the same for me and her. It's like, I have to go to Jonas Brothers because I want to see how you're going to act in front of them and like what's going to happen. And it's so exciting. But they always put on a great show. If you ever get a chance to see the Jonas Brothers, they sing everything. They sing all their old stuff. They sing all their new stuff. Joe Jonas will break off and sing his DNCE stuff. Nick Jonas will sing his own stuff too. They're a great show.
Damn,
they really are.
You guys had a crazy concert.
It was a good concert. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, every time I see Demi at a Jonas concert, I'm like, is she gonna get a new tattoo?
But the crazy thing is, Mondo, they know her. It's like crazy. She like went to the meet and greet and they all looked at her and went, oh, hey, Demi.
Dang.
Before she even met them, I was like, dang, you're like that with the Jonas Brothers?
First name basis.
I know.
Dude, Yamava getting that theater is like one of the coolest additions we've had in Southern California.
They're pulling in big names.
Dude, hell
they're
yeah.
They're pulling in big names. There's a lot of really good people going there and a good mix of things like country and pop and rap and everything. There's a good mix.
My mom went to, I think it was like a Mexican singer. She's like on the older side. But she said it was amazing. I forgot her name. I'll ask my mom. I can't remember. Let me ask her right now. See who she saw.
Yeah,
But
there's some good stuff coming up over there. They have a lot of good stuff. They have a John Legend Christmas show coming up over there. I think today they just announced Duran Duran and Banda MS.
wow,
I think is going over there, which I was like,
Dude, that's like
I gotta go to that one.
That's like two different worlds right there. Like
It's
amazing.
two completely different worlds.
Wow.
But that's like the cool thing about that theater is like it's such an intimate venue. If you can find tickets to that theater that are in your price range and an artist that you really like to see, regardless where you are sitting in that theater, you're going to have a fantastic experience. It's so small and intimate, yet big enough to hold a bunch of people. But it's not like, yeah, we sat on the lawn way up there. It's like we were still right there, very much in the same room as them, very much hearing the exact same sound. It's a great venue.
Like the highest seat is still amazing in my opinion.
It's still amazing.
I got Albert. Are you gonna do a bonfire for end of haunt season? I don't really have a desire to do one, like a recap.
I think it's too late now.
Yeah, well, it's just like I feel like I've just talked about everything so much. I don't know if this happened to you, Noah, but it happened to me. I went to Scary Farm like the first 2-3 weeks, and I had such great times. And I already know how Scary Farm goes. It just kind of trickles down to empty houses and you know, things get cut and whatever the case. And I just didn't go because everybody kept telling me that the houses were empty and whatever. So I was like, man, I want to drive all the way over there and go empty houses. So I just didn't go like the last 2-3 weeks at Scary Farm. Because in my brain, I have great thoughts and good memories of Scary Farm. Did you go to the final weeks or
I
even
did.
the last week? How did it?
I went.
How did it
to
play
the-
out?
I went to one of the last days, like right before I jumped on my cruise, whatever that day was. It was like a Friday. I think I jumped on my cruise Saturday, and I went on a Friday night to Scary Farm. And yeah, I mean, I see what you're talking about. It is apparent that does happen at Knott's. It's like people start dropping out. And that's to be expected. I think Knott's already knows that that's going to happen.
Yeah, it happens to all the haunts, I feel.
It happens to, everybody. It always happens to
Everybody.
everybody. Like, I mean, there's people who literally sign up for haunts and will drop out after the first weekend just so that they can say, like, oh, I worked at Scary Farm for a weekend. I worked at Horror Nights for a weekend.
I
Like,
never believed that until many people tell me that. I've heard
It's
some
just,
people,
it
they
happens.
do it one day and they quit that night. They're like,
And then they quit, and then they just like are flexing on everybody. Like, I worked at
like
at
a year
Knott's.
later, they're like, oh, I did haunt.
Yeah, and you're like, no, you didn't. You did one night. But I mean, it's like it's bittersweet because you're seeing less actors. You're seeing, like less of a. I don't want to say like an event because it didn't affect the event negatively. You're seeing a lot less actors, but at the same time, you're seeing actors do things that you didn't see in the first week. Like, they're just trying out things now. They're like, we're so close to the end. Let's just do whatever we want, really. Let's test things out. Let's see what's going to work, what's not going to work. So you see a lot of really cool things when that happens and when it gets closer to the end, because the actors are so... I don't want to say they're not over it, but they're just kind of like, let's pull out all the stops. It's our last moment here doing this for this season, so let's go hard.
Like break away from the script a little, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What kind of ended up being like your top 3 of Scary Farm?
Widows was easily number 1.
Yeah. Easy.
8 Fingers 9 grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but it did grow on me. I think that was another one of my tops. And then Waxworks. I'm going to miss that maze. It's just so good. Just so good.
They put so many new faces in Waxworks, which was shocking.
Yes.
I was like, I've never seen any of these people. What the hell?
I will say that's one maze that was fully staffed all year round. the last night I went, there was like 2 or 3 people in every single room, every single one through the beginning to the end.
It's like the
I was
Drew
like, what?
walkthrough.
It literally was. It
Yeah.
literally was amazing.
Brandy Bird, recommendations for someone that's new to owning a magic key. Any tips? Something they should know? The only tip that I always say is like, if you could go on Saturdays, just book random Saturdays in the near future. Just even if you're gonna go or not go, you can always cancel. But like,
Yeah.
just get your Saturdays if you can, if your magic key has. But do you have any tips for a new magic key? Because a lot of people just bought their magic key recently.
I would say, I guess a good tip is always keep your phone nearby, especially when it gets later at night. You never know if you have a reservation for the next day. You book out a certain number and you're like, oh shoot, like, do I have one for tomorrow? So it's always good to like always be checking and double checking that like you don't have a reservation. You don't want to miss any and get penalized for it. That's like my number one thing is like, make sure you're always on top of your reservations, put them in your calendar, you know, put alerts on your phone to check every night or, you know, whatever you want to do, but definitely stay on top of that because it does get very hectic, especially when you start booking out multiple at a time. You're like, did I book it for this week? Did I book it for next week? And then it ends up being like, oh shoot, I booked it for today. I got to go right now.
Yeah.
Like it gets crazy. So definitely keep all those written down somewhere, write it down 3 different places so that you know when you're supposed to be going and you don't miss it.
Yeah, I hate the missing reservation and you're on 2, so you're 1 away from the penalty, and then you're blocked out if you miss one. I hate that feeling.
Yep.
Hate
Exactly.
it. Did you have a chance to see anything from D23 Brazil, Noah? Or
No, I haven't seen anything.
All right, I'm just going to hit the main one, and it was this panel right here. This is from Omelette on X. This is the inspiration that's going to go into Villains Land. These are the villains that they're kind of pulling from for whatever creativity is going to go into Villains Land. When you look at this, how does it make you feel? Is this a good list? Are you excited?
You want to know how that makes me feel? That
Yeah,
makes me
why?
feel like, why can't we get this at Oogie Boogie Bash? This is all we're asking for. This is all we're asking for at Oogie Boogie Bash are the classic villains. I don't see Toontown guy up here. I don't see Madam Mim up here.
Yokai.
Like, this is what we
I don't
want.
see Yokai
Exactly.
in here.
Exactly. This
Madam
is what we
Mim.
want. This is all we're asking for. Hades, the Evil Queen, Queen of Hearts, Cruella, Maleficent.
All of it.
All the classics. That's all we want.
Yeah.
That's all we want.
Dang.
That's villains. This is the villains.
Yeah.
It's just like that. That's exciting because if this is their template, it means it's going to be all classic villains. It's gonna be good.
I'm excited, dude. Villains Land, supposedly too, that they're gonna break ground next year. I could have sworn that was like what was said.
Wow.
Yeah, I could have sworn that's what was said. Also, too, I just want to get your opinion on this one, Noah. This is the inspiration for Villains Land, and you know why it exists.
Josh Tomorrow?
Yeah. In our story, a mysterious spell has been cast, summoning villains from every realm. In this land, heroes don't come to save the day, and there may not be a happily ever after. Woo! How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I still feel the same. I feel like it's cool that it's like all the different villains are coming together. There's gonna be no talk of like, I defeated Maleficent and I defeated this. It's gonna be like, nope, no heroes here. I didn't get defeated. I run this place.
Yeah.
So like that's exciting to finally see something where it's like, you know, the villain's always gonna be there because there's no heroes to defeat them in there.
Yeah.
Like you'll always be able to meet the villains in here because there's, you know, nothing crazy. There's no hero in there.
There's no Hercules to save nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no Mickey to like do his little Phantasmic
Mickey.
and
Mickey lost over here.
Exactly. Yeah, Mickey lost over here.
That's kind of
Mickey
crazy.
lost.
That's kind of crazy to think. Like a Mickey and Friends, they don't exist in here at all. Period. They can't.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think of
But
it.
that's also cool because it's like, there's always villains in there. Like,
Yeah.
you want villains? Go in there. They're always going to be in there. They don't come out for a second in the show. They're always there.
Are you cool with it coming to Magic Kingdom, or you would have liked it to go somewhere else? I asked Danny this question, and he's like, "No, it has to be at Magic Kingdom."
I think, I agree with Danny. I think it has to be at Magic Kingdom too. I feel like Magic Kingdom needs something different. It needs something fresh. It needs something that is a complete contrast to what Magic Kingdom is. You walk into Magic Kingdom, it's very happy. It's very, magical. It's upbeat. And then you walk into Villains and you're like, oh yeah, this is the complete opposite. But like, it's perfect because they like go perfectly together. So I think it's the perfect spot. I'm glad they didn't put it anywhere else. This is a really good spot.
Who deserves a restaurant the most out of all these villains right here?
That's hard.
I love asking that question of people. Who deserves a restaurant, like all themed to that one villain? A lot of people were saying Captain Hook. For me, I'm kind of more on the Maleficent side, or Hades. You know what I mean? Or even a Chernabog. Like, imagine Chernabog Brewery, or I don't know, because it has to be more adult. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm kind of thinking the Evil Queen. You could play on the apple aspect a lot. Do like ciders and stuff like that. You could do like apple pies. You really can play on the whole apple aspect. And I don't know. I mean, I could see a lot of them having some really good things. I could see a total like Ursula theme, and it all be like seafoods and like stuff like that. I think that would be very cool. I can see like an Yzma one and have like all these little like different types of potions, mixed drinks. Very cool.
Dude, Yzma,
there's a lot.
Yzma needs a bar. That's what she needs.
She should. She should. That would be so cool. I'd be blown away.
Yzma bar, dude. Oh my god.
That would be cool.
But let me ask that
your own potions.
Who deserves a bar out of here?
Oh, Yzma. That's easy. Yeah. That's easy. Yeah, that would be so cool. You make your own drink. You like pour in the different potions and make it in your own. That would be really cool.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
That would be hard not to do. Like every trip you go to Walt Disney, you're like, I got to do that.
Exactly.
Like Yzma's brewery or bar, like they just have mixologies every day. You know what I mean?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like the laboratory. They could just call it the laboratory.
That'd be cool. We got what are you looking forward to on your cruise? I'm just looking forward to looking at the ocean every day. I don't really get to look at the ocean at all, so that's going to be really nice. The shows that you get to do at the end of the night, those things are ridiculously cool on a Disney cruise. We're trying to convince Noah, hopefully maybe next year we get a cruise on. I would love to just do like a short one, like a 3 or 4 day from San Diego.
Let's do it. Yeah. I just got to experience a Disney cruise.
Yeah, you got to do a Disney
all
cruise.
All the ladies on the Princess Cruise were telling me like Disney's like unlike anything else. Like you're paying, double the amount of like a princess or whatever. They're like, but like the service, the shows, the food, all of that is like exactly what you're paying for. You're paying for all of that extra, and you get all that extra on a Disney cruise. So I want to see how it compares to Princess, because I've only ever done Princess. I did a Princess to Alaska, and then I did my Princess just recently, so up the California coast. But I've never done any other cruise line, and it's time for me to venture out and see what's different, because Princess is very. If I love Princess for Alaska, I would recommend that to anybody thinking about Alaska. Is just don't even bother with any other cruise line. Just do Princess to Alaska. But it can get very traditional. It's very like we dress up on a formal night. There's, a lot of older people there. It's kind of like the Love Boat. So it's very romantic. It's very elegant. It's very, so I want to kind of step out and do a cruise that's more like we got water slides and we got rides on our thing and we got crazy shows and we got interactive restaurants rather than,
and you're like, Mickey and Goofy are about to do meet and greets.
Exactly. Like I think that would be cool.
Go do the Disney park trivia at the pub.
Exactly. I mean, Princess, there is a time and place for Princess. If you want more of a romantic cruise, if you want something that's like more mellow, you don't want crazy drunk people everywhere, you don't want whatever, that's where you want to go with Princess. Or if you're going to Alaska, I recommend Princess. But if you have little ones, or if you want just more excitement, if you want more activities on board to do that are more like thrill seeking, like zip lines and roller coasters and water slides, that's when you're going to start looking into more of like a Disney, more into like a Royal Caribbean. But Princess is just, it's special. It is special. You're very traditional. It's very elegant. It's very nice. It's just, I got to venture out and do something more fun and see how it kind of compares.
I want to ask, did you have a chance to watch Terrifier 3?
Not yet.
Oh my, no, we got to watch it.
That's what I should have done on the cruise. I should have like found I don't know.
Dude,
it's not out yet, huh? I got to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're free, like maybe Wednesday or something, Noah.
Well, let's do it. I gotta see it. I gotta see it. I haven't seen it
say
yet.
Nothing then. Okay.
Okay, don't say anything. Yes, because we have to see it.
This is the last thing I want to talk about today. Wicked is just taking over Universal Studios Hollywood. They came up with this photo op recently, Noah. They haven't really said nothing. Is there going to be meet and greets or not? But they keep hinting maybe. At least that's what the rumors are. How do you feel about Wicked? The movie Wicked kind of coming to Universal Studios Hollywood with the merch and whatever. They actually did food. How do you feel? Like, are you a Wicked person? Is Wicked up your alley? Are you excited?
I am a huge Wicked person. I have been a huge Wicked person even before the movie was announced. I've seen the musical too many times to count on my hands. Wicked is just one of my favorites. It's always been, I've always loved The Wizard of Oz. And so hearing the backstory of that and connecting the two together has just been something that I've always loved. But I think this movie, and from what I've been hearing and seeing, this movie is the movie of the year. It's going to just absolutely dominate in the box office. People are absolutely loving it. And they were smart on that aspect, because at first I was very upset that they broke the movie out into two pieces. I thought the musical can be sat down in, 2 hours and you watch the whole musical from beginning to end. And like the movie, we're only getting part one, which is half the musical. And then we're going to get a part two next year, which is the other half. It's like, I was kind of upset with that at first, but now thinking about it and seeing like the response that it's getting, brilliant on their end, because they're going to have two movies that are going to absolutely dominate the box office. They will. It's going to happen. People are going to love the first one so much that they're not going to be able to wait to see the second one. And when it finally comes out, there's going to be this much hype. So Wicked, we're not going away from Wicked anytime soon. It's going to be here from now to next year when they drop the next movie around this time next year. So it's just, I'm so excited. Everybody's doing everything Wicked. If you haven't got a chance to see the musical and you're local to LA, it's coming back here. I highly recommend you see the musical. The movie's going to be great, but you just got to see the musical. It's unlike anything. It's just so good. And watch The Wizard of Oz too before you go see the musical, so you can connect the pieces. But it's just amazing.
If I wanted to watch Wicked as a musical, is that something in like Southern California? Is that possible? Or is this like a roaming musical? You know what I mean?
It's kind of always permanently in New York, but they're on tour right now and they're coming back to LA. So at the end of this
Oh.
year, I think they're back here in LA. So if you wanted tickets, I think they're going to be at the Pantages in LA.
Wicked
I would get it. I would get them because they're going to sell out because of the movie, and it's just so good. The musical
Look,
is
Noah,
so good. The music
December
is so good.
4.
See,
Oh,
it's coming back here.
How much is
It's
it
coming back here.
this year? It says this year. So
Oh, they're not bad.
I'll do 3 tickets. 3 people. 188. Is that expensive?
It's a little expensive. I would just say like probably because you picked opening night. But I bet you if you pick I think you picked the opening night. You picked you picked the opening night. I would just do like a random Wednesday, like a couple weeks in, and you'll probably get the best price. But if you want to see this musical, if you are excited for the movie or whatever, I recommend you don't sleep on this. This is something you want to see if you're local to LA because
look at
the story is so good.
December 23rd on a Monday.
See, it's a Monday, so that might be a good one. That might be a good one to go to. Tickets might be cheaper.
A little cheaper, 168.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think they're going to get much more cheaper than that because the movie's coming out. There's so much hype around Wicked right now that they're taking advantage of it.
Damn. I didn't know I could.
But
I'm going to tell
there's some fire stuff. There's some fire stuff coming to Pantages. I'll tell you the Harry Potter musical that's coming there next year.
What?
It is like
I just want to throw this out there.
Unlike anything.
I've been to the Pantages, I think 2 times. I think I saw the Book of Mormon, which I didn't even know what I was getting into.
That's so random. That's funny.
That shit was crazy. It was. It is. My uncle took me, and the ending of that, you're like, what? Like, I can't believe this is real life. Like, what am I watching? And I saw, I want to say, what is it? New York Gangs or something? Or, I don't know. I've seen like 2 or 3 shows at the Pantages. It's a beautiful.
You've never seen The Lion King there?
Oh, Lion King. That's one.
Okay, you saw
another
Lion
one
King.
I've seen. I almost want to say I saw Annie. Was Annie there?
Maybe, could have been.
What is? Oh man, it's not.
As long as you've seen Lion King,
yeah, it was.
We could work on Wicked. We could work on Wicked for you, and we could work on the Harry Potter one for you. Like those, I feel like you'd love both of those. Harry Potter one was just so crazy. They're like doing all these effects on stage, and like it's crazy. There it is.
Oh, February.
Cursed Child.
What? Wow.
It's crazy, dude. It is crazy.
What? Back to the Future is over here?
I think that's what they're doing now.
Wow.
That's what's happening now. Yeah, currently over there.
How much is that? I'm just gonna choose a date.
Dang, better look at that price. That's not bad.
Dang.
And that's orchestra. Damn.
Wow, dude,
that's a great deal right there.
Wicked got crazy expensive.
That's a great deal, dude. For orchestra too.
So $80. I'm on the lower.
You're like right there. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me. Yeah, look at that right there. Even 145 right front middle.
That's not bad, yeah.
Why is this one 91? What the heck?
Maybe resellers.
Damn, dude, $80. Wow.
I've never seen Back to the Future, but I've heard it's good.
Damn. Like a little bit of me wants to hit him up. Like, hey, is there any media for this stuff? I would love to be part of whatever this.
There is.
Yeah,
there is.
I love musicals. Musicals in person.
Rondo getting into the live theater scene,
dude. Musicals in person are so magical. Like I'm a believer.
And if you've never seen Beetlejuice, that's another one you got to add to your thing. That just left here. That was here not too long ago, but it just left. But that musical is hilarious. It's so good. It is so good.
Damn, I wish there was a way to see like what's coming to the Pantages. You know what I mean?
There is on their website. They have their whole season. They drop their season at one time.
Pantages calendar, I guess. Let me see. Pantages Theater. What do we got? Back to the Future. Wicked Musical. Harry Potter. Damn, they're just like banger after banger, dude. Just back to back. Damn, Harry Potter's running for a while, all the way into June.
Because Harry Potter is something that like has not been here. This is like one of its first times, if not the first time it's been to LA. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Wow. Where did it come from?
I want to say it came from like London. It came from Europe somewhere.
Wow.
It was European, and then it came to New York, and now it's coming here. But it's just insane, dude. That's like one that you gotta see.
A Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical. Whatever that is. Some Like It Hot. That's in July. Shooked.
Shucked is good too.
Yeah.
That's one that was big on Broadway last year or the year before that. It was huge on Broadway. That was like one of their top selling ones. So, and then you know what? Sometimes it's always cool to see these musicals in Hollywood too, because sometimes they have Broadway stars who come down and do them. Sometimes they have like, you know, big names that come down and do, like Chicago. When Chicago's there, they'll have big names come and play some of the big characters. They've had housewives do it. They've had huge celebrities come in and play all these characters. So it's always cool seeing like who's going to be in the show. Sometimes it could be a huge Broadway star who's won Tonys and they're just happen to be in LA on a tour with this, you know, show. And sometimes it's even bigger names than that. You're seeing like big, huge celebrities jumping in some of these shows.
Yeah, Pantages Theater is so cool. Every time I walk in, you just feel the magic of like talent. I don't even know how else to say
it's true. Yeah. It's true.
It's just everybody part of those things are so talented. It's crazy.
Yep.
One more time, Noah. Any content? Where can people follow you? Let's fire it down.
Yeah. Cruise vlog coming out soon. I've just been still in cruise mode, so I'm not even editing anything yet. But
it's hard to get
out of
mode.
You're just so relaxed that whole time. Like now I'm just like, oh, it's 8:00. It's bedtime. You know, it's like, I'll get out of it. We got to get out of it for all the holiday stuff coming. But I'll have holiday vlogs and stuff like that too. So check me out on YouTube, Disnoahland, and then Instagram, same thing, Disnoahland. If you want to see the crazy experience that I did on board Princess during the
yeah, let me bring that up. Coco showed me your reel.
It's just crazy, dude. Like that experience, the dining experience aboard Princess, the 360 experience, is just crazy. It's just crazy.
Where are we at?
Best experience I've ever had.
Right here, this one?
An extraordinary experience, and it was easily the best and most unique and immersive dining experience I've ever done. Exclusively available on the Discovery Princess and Enchanted Princess cruise ships. Just two ships have this dining experience, and the whole thing's interactive. You walk in, there's screens all around you. Your table is fully interactive. You're touching things like it's crazy. Brooke Shields is the narrator, so she's narrating this whole story. It was amazing. It was literally unlike anything. We had violin players coming in and playing for us. It was just crazy. The whole experience. If you're ever on a Princess cruise and they have the 360, you should do it. It's insane. It's literally the best dining experience I have ever done, like hands down ever done anywhere. On land, on sea, in the air, anywhere.
Dude, hey,
it's crazy.
I want one of these, but horror.
That would be crazy. Hey, no, I want one of these, but Disney Cruise Edition.
Yeah.
I want like Fantasia. I want like I think that would be so cool. Disney Cruise, one of these. Whoo, they could do so much.
The projection mapping is ridiculous.
They could do so much, dude. It's like, and like the plate, literally you move your plate and the light will follow it. Like it knows exactly where your plate is to project stuff on there. You're touching things on the table and it's fully interacting with, it was insane.
Damn.
It was absolutely insane.
Wow. That's
It was
cool.
cool.
I've never seen that. I was on the way home and I saw it. I was like, what the hell is that?
It's crazy. I don't even think there's anything like that, like anywhere that I know of.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, and that's all I got coming. I got some cruise stuff coming and holiday stuff, Disnoahland on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's all I got going on.
Well, stay tuned for Noah's coverage. I hope he gets to go during Christmas as it starts on Friday and beyond.
Yes, I will be there.
Thank you for your time, Noah. Always awesome catching up with you.
Always love being here.
Dude, we got a lot coming in the near future from all the theme parks. It's going to be incredible. Christmas just brings a lot of fun and joy.
Yes, I can't wait to see your cruise.
I know, man. I don't even know what to expect.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's just a Florida one. I've never been a part of those, so that whole experience and whatever. Well, hopefully it's easy and like a streamlined thing. That's all I'm hoping for. But man, all right, everybody. Please follow Noah, Disnoahland on YouTube, Instagram. Smash that like button. We are firing it down. The Cali Bay and Disnoahland are calling it a day. I'm the main host, Mondo.